Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's Jordan here, bringing you episode 9 of our Saskatoon Bison Draft to Glory series here in NHL 26. Now, I had some issues with my microphone while I was recording. I just realized that. So I've already recorded the entire draft and a part of the resign phase, only to find out that my microphone was not on. So that is unfortunate. What I can do at least is show you guys part of our draft class. So we have Frank Bush here. He was the center sniper who we had talked about going after. We did have a comment from Scottish Terrier Lover. I'll put that on the screen right here, telling us to draft the center sniper, but that we needed to watch and try to get a center two-way forward to be for the third line, to be that stud penalty killer, try to get a JP Pajot type of mold in a player. And I 100% agreed with that. And so here's another center we drafted. He's a grinder, not a two-way forward. We did sign him. He is going to play in the AHL, but we do have some unsigned players here. I went after this guy because he was supposed to be a two-way forward. So hopefully that pans out. And we've got Rod Holt here to be the two-way forward of the future, as well as we drafted Ahmed Maxwell. He's a sniper. We got him in round 2. He was a gem. And then we just drafted some low elites as well as some hopeful low elites in DeMello and Lamoureux. We aren't going to sign any of these guys just because we're very close to the contract limit. So I don't want to sign guys that we have to have under contract for 3 years. I want to start being smart about it now with how we sign our newly drafted players. The only reason I drafted Holmes is because the only reason I signed Holmes already, we did just draft him. You can see there 2032 is because he's already 19. And I think he can play in the bottom 6 of our AHL team to get some good development. But the rest of the guys we're just going to hold off on. I'm very, very sorry, guys, that I had some issues with my microphone. I've been trying to switch back and forth between a few, and it's just not really working for me. I deeply apologize for messing this up and missing out on the draft. This will be the only episode, or I hope the only episode that this happens in. Um, the only reason I even found out is I wanted to show you guys this player. So I wanted to show you guys Endros because we drafted him in last episode and he was like in the low 50s, I thought. And he's already 74 overall low elite. And I went to show you and I was just starting the recording again and I noticed my mic wasn't working and made me realize my mic didn't work the entire time. So I'm very, very sorry about that. Again, I'll do my best to make sure that doesn't happen in future episodes, but at least you guys do have a good idea of who we drafted. Now, I'm really, really happy here with Carl Endros, the 7th round pick last year, and he's already a 74 overall. There's a chance he gets NHL minutes this year. I just wanted to show you guys that. There's not really too much else here to go over. Everybody else has either got no growth or very little growth. And I will pick this back up at the regular season where we will see our lines. And again, very, very sorry for my technological mistake. All right, guys, very quickly here before I stem to the regular season, I just want to show you our coaching situation. I went out and got Sheldon Keefe. The only thing he's not A plus in is teaching. He's still on the younger side, I hope. And he was a decent team fit there, as you can see, pretty much halfway with everybody that matters. So we demoted Shifley to the associate coach. We fired Blashill and then demoted Peluso to assistant coach. And finally, we have a goalie coach again. Same thing in the AHL. We fired a coach, and then we pretty much just demoted everybody down, brought in a new head coach. This guy has 68% team fit, so hopefully that helps. And then we got a goalie coach down here again. So this is like the first time, probably since year number 2 or 3, that we really have a entire filled out coaching staff. So I am expecting big things for our team this season. All right, guys, so here we are at the start of the regular season. We are not going to use the preseason for AHL players again. I just want to know our NHL guys. So we have Gavin McKenna, Kerman, and Pugh with Kuznetsov, Bush, and Suter. That's our top six. Realistically, this is our top six for the next 5 to 7 years. Really just depends if, when McKenna's deal's up, do we lose him? Are we able to bring him back? Same thing for Pugh, but I believe he's restricted, so we'll bring him back. We have Kuznetsov signed. And obviously, Bush and Kerman, they are going to be restricted free agents. We're not losing them. And same thing here. We have Suter for another 6 years. Now, looking at the bottom six, we have Jonas, Lieutenant, and Gallagher. Now, Lieutenant is that two-way forward. He's still 24. There's still time for him to grow, and his faceoffs are good. He could be our Pajot molded player. I have really high hopes for him. And again, Jonas could be actually like 78 to 80 overall. So he could be, NHL caliber player. Gallagher could be really close as well. We have a solid team this year. And then the fourth line, unfortunately, it's a minus, I think, because of Percy, due to his player type being a sniper. But I want to see him get some growth anyways. So it is what it is there. Gaucher Krog playing with him. And now defensively, we have Tuzolino and Siegel, who both have 3 X Factors now. They get a +4 together with our new coach. So big things expected there. We have Swanson with Wolf, and then Andros got the call up, and he's playing with Moran. Now, I want to show you this. So they have Curtis scratched. That was how the AI had it, but they had Andros in the lineup. So what I'm actually going to do here, just for preseason, is I'm going to put Curtis in. And wow, that's a good fit. So there you go. But anyways, we're going to put Curtis in so we can get him some play time. I want to see who's going to be better, Andros or Curtis. And then whichever one is better will stay in the NHL. The worst one will go down to the AHL and play big minutes down there instead. And then goalie wise, DeMarchi and Semenov. Now I will note that so now looking at the goalies, guys, we have DeMarchi and Semenov. And I will note that the AI had Semenov in the minors, actually, and they had Devin called up to be the backup. So Devin might be higher overall than Semenov. But for me, guys, Boris really helped jump us from being the barely 10-win team to, getting 20 plus wins. He had 14 wins, 22 wins, 17 wins, and he's always played very good. So I want to reward that. He should still be a backup goalie, so it's fine. I'm hoping DeMarchi is going to be the starter, but we'll have to wait and see. And then down in the AHL, guys, Grigori is scratched. We have Devin and Morrow as the goalies. Show you guys the scratches here. Henley, Franzen, Reichel, Volchenkov, and Grigori. And then looking at the forward lines, this is about the best I could do. Any other sort of combination results in either one line having a -2 or multiple lines being minuses. But it is nice to see, guys. We have Frolov here. He should be like 73, 74 overall. He's only 19, right? Our better prospects are, starting to get big minutes down here in the minors. Like we could play Chung higher up in the lineup too if we wanted to. Like, or we could play him lower as well. He does fit the fourth line there if we switch him with Janes. Then Bobrovsky and Pitt are going to be with Chung for now. And then we have Odelian, Holmes, and then Janes. Again, if I try to switch this, like I do want Holmes to play minutes, but any other combination kind of just results in this minus or there being a -2. I'd rather just have the -1 or the zeros there. And defensively, we got Ovechkin, Mikanov, Bits, Koryaluk, Koivu, and Vasily is in there. Vasily's in there because I believe he's either medium elite or low elite. At 21, we need this guy to start growing. And then Bits, he is medium elite. We had very high hopes for him. He's just not panned out. If I check back in and around a month into the season and he's either the same overall or higher, than Curtis or Andros, I will swap them around and try to get him some growth. Really was hoping he was going to be a top tier NHL player, and it just didn't work out. All right, guys, we are here at the end of preseason now, and unfortunately, none of our defensemen, we know them for sure. So I don't really know what to do here. You can see McKenna's a 92. He's the only guaranteed player there besides Lieutenant, who is a 78 overall. Not too sure really what I can do here in terms of the defense. I think what's going to have to happen is because Curtis is younger, we are going to go ahead and put Curtis in the lineup for the year, and we will swap Andros down to the AHL. If when we check back in a month or two and Andros is higher overall, we can flip it. But Andros is not really going to suffer too much from being in the AHL. Again, we just drafted him. He's only played 1 year and he's already 74 overall. I'm sure he's going to be just fine. Whereas Curtis, he's been here a long time now. We kind of need him to take that next step, or he's just probably going to fizzle out. And we're going to call up Mikanov here. I'm just looking at the paper beside me. We'll call up Mikanov to be the healthy scratch. All right, guys. So that's what our decor looks like. We have a couple of healthy scratches in the NHL and the AHL. So we're going to keep injuries on for this season. What I'm going to do though is go into the gameplay sliders, and I'll show you guys this. So we had the injuries on for 2 seasons. At 7, had no injuries. We turned it up to 9. We got flooded with injuries. So we're going to try 8. If 8 is hopefully that sweet spot, I'm not going to turn it back up. If we get injuries, we get them. If we don't, we don't. At the end of the day, in both the AHL and NHL, the players who are scratched, they're not going to grow anyways, so it's not hurting them to stay scratched. And now let's get this regular season underway. I'm very excited for this season. Obviously, this is the best team we've ever had. It's absolutely the best defense core we've ever had. Really, all those players are damn near NHL caliber as we come away there with back-to-back wins. But I'm excited. Do I think we're gonna make the playoffs? No. Do I think we're gonna be the worst team in the league? No. I think that we're gonna finally show to this league that we can be, a tweener team. We're gonna be picking, unless we win one of the lotteries, we're gonna be picking maybe from 8 to 12, and that's kind of where we need to be. We need to start winning games. We need to start getting that experience. And we also just need to start getting some growth as we start the season off hot here. We're 9-4-1. Wow. I can't wait to go take a look at the stats, man. This is obviously the best start to a season we've ever had. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I fully expect us to drop back down to earth. If we make the playoffs this year, that would be awesome. But again, we're just looking for now to build a winning culture, right? We've been a losing team for 8 years. We need to start building that winning culture. We come away here into December 12, 11, and 1. Obviously, we started off very hot. November, not as good a month, but again, this is our best start to a season yet. So I'm very interested here to take a look at the lines and see what overalls we're working with here. As you can see, Kerman now up to an 86. He was 82. Hughes back up to 89. Kuznetsov actually down from 90 to 88. That's interesting to me. Bush there at 79. He's got 12 points to start the year. Suter still at that 87. Jonas up to a 78. He's a 4th line forward. If we switch it around, maybe he gets we get no minus. But I think we're just gonna leave it like this. Percy seems to be doing okay. Lieutenant, he might be maxed out in terms of growth here. And then Gallagher, he's only a 75. Percy's a 77. Again, these lines are kind of working. I don't want to mess it up too much. And Krog is down actually from a 78 to a 76. Tuzzolino up to an 88. Siegel down to an 88. Curtis is a 77. Moran is an 80. Swanson is a 79. I'm really debating changing this. Man, it really sucks. Swanson, I think he's played every single year in the NHL since we drafted him. He's not really growing. Whereas Moran, you can see here, he played a long time in the minors. He's worked his butt off to get here, and now he's playing good and he's higher overall. So I'm going to give it to him. Now we'll take a look at the AHL as well here, but I just want to see the goalies. So DeMarchi, 81 overall, actually having really good stats for a rookie goaltender. And Boris in the backup role, he is flourishing there with a 920 save percentage. I mean, this is the team, guys. Like, they look very good. Taking a look in the AHL, you can see Devin is 78 overall. He's the starter there in the minors. He's going to stay down in the minors. And then Chris Morrow is 71 overall. He was 66 overall. Just looking over this very quickly, I can tell you everybody is up. Either a couple guys are not up at all, but everyone's pretty much up exactly two overalls. I can't see anybody that's higher than two overall. I think maybe Kravchenko's up now by three. And then defensively, Bitz is a 76. He's going to stay down in the minors. We've got Endros as a 77. He'll also stay down in the minors. Interesting, because that showed like zeros and stuff for me. Now it's a plus, but that's okay. Vasily's up two overall, and then everybody else there is the same. So, guys, I'm really liking the way the team looks. I'm really happy with the growth we've got from a lot of our players, and it really looks like we're gonna be, having a pretty decent NHL defense core with only the next season or two as we continue down this slide now. Again, just a very hot start to the season, which is fine. That a start to the season obviously had me very excited, but I've been saying it this whole time. I know we're not a playoff team this year. It would obviously be cool if we could, but like I was saying earlier, we just have to establish the winning culture and we just have to get more growth from our depth prospects. And what I mean by that is we have some forwards and some defensemen that are listed as depth forward or fourth line forward, or they're a depth defenseman. Those players we need to grow. If we can grow all those guys into third line forwards and top six and top four defensemen, well, then we're set. Obviously, we are going to need another really good draft. This episode, guys, I will make sure to send out all the scouts to go draft, scout everywhere, because we need a really good draft. This could potentially be our last draft with a lottery pick. If we even get a lottery pick, we're still fighting for a playoff spot. I'm going to hide my camera here so you guys should be able to see we're only 4 spots out of the wild card. If we go on a little bit of a run, that's it. We're in the playoffs. So anything could happen here. I really hope that we get one more year with a lottery pick just to get, another defenseman or another forward either way. And that way it helps us to, maybe if Kerman or Bush doesn't necessarily turn out, we might have that extra forward where it's okay, we just move McKenna to center and now we're still fine. But 31, 26, and 5, we're in a playoff spot. We obviously are not going to enter the trade deadline. See if we get this win against Vancouver. We don't. So going into March here, 31-27, we are 1 spot out of the playoffs. Let's go take a look at the stats and see who's leading the team. All right, guys, no surprises here. You can see Gavin McKenna leads the way, 61 points. Really would like to see him hit a point per game at some point in time. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon, though. Liam Pugh up there, 24 goals, 55 points. Looks like he's having a bounce back season from what was a down year last year. And Tuzzolino, wow. Talk about a breakout year. He's 21, always hovered around that 30 points, already has 50. You've got Zane Suter here looking very good. Kerman, 28 goals from him as well. Wow. 41 points. That's very good. Kuznetsov, he's got 40 points. Siegel, I would say this is going to be a bounce back year for him too. He's kind of always had really high offensive years. Last year was a down year. He's already surpassed that now, looking very good. You see Bush with 30 points, Lutonen with 30 points. Hell, even Gaucher up there with 26 points. He's looking really nice too. And then we've got Percy, Jonas, Moran, Krog, Gallagher, Swanson, Curtis, and Wolf. No real surprises here. Would like to see Gallagher doing a bit better, but Percy with 20 points, he's looking like he's going to be the third line forward next year instead. And then last but not least, guys, goaltending wise, DeMarchi, great rookie year. 26, 21, and 4. He's got 3 shutouts. He's got a 906 save percentage. Semenov in the backup role, 500. He's got a great save percentage and a great goals against average. No complaints here. So, guys, just quickly, I'm going to go ahead and send all the scouts out. Make sure they scout this draft really well for us. Again, if we miss the playoffs and get that lottery pick, we want to make sure we get some elite talent. And if we make the playoffs, we definitely want to make sure that we get, great value with all of our picks since we're not going to have the chance to get the guaranteed elite talent. All right, guys, we did get the scouts sent out. Hopefully, we see some good results with that. And, we're still trekking towards a playoff spot here. 2 wins in a row in March. There are 71 points. I'm going to hide my camera so you guys can see there and follow through. 3 losses in a row. I'm kind of torn here if I want us to make the playoffs or not. If we make the playoffs, this is going to be a longer video for sure. I'm not quite ready for us to be in the playoffs yet, if I'm being honest. But we're 2 points out. If we go on a little bit of a run, we can clinch that spot as we get 2 wins in a row there before falling to the Pens. And I would say we're just a really streaky team. Again, it's really nice that we were able to bring in Sheldon Keefe. That A-plus coach really helps things out. We set 2 points out of a wild card spot here. We're going to stop the sim. We're going to take it out here to the calendar. You guys can see we are in the playoff spot. We are 1 point ahead of the Jets, 1 point behind the Blues. We probably cannot catch the Stars. In fact, I know we can't catch the Stars. So we're playing for the wild card spot here. We've got this game against the Kraken. Let's see. If we win this game, we get back into a playoff spot over the Jets. If not, it is not looking good. Let's see here. All right, that's a big loss for us. The Blues won as well. So it's not looking good for us to catch the Blues, and we have a game against the Jets. So if we beat the Jets now, we're in. If they beat us, we're out. So this game against Carolina doesn't mean a whole lot, but let's see, can we get the win anyways? And we cannot. We lose. So it all comes down to this. You can see the last time we played the Jets, the season record is 1-1. We won with the shutout here. DeMarchi was the star. It all comes down to this, guys. If we win this game, we're in the playoffs. Let's see. Fingers crossed here. They've got Semenov as the starter. I trust you, coach. Let's see. And we win. And we're in the playoffs, guys. Wow. So let's just I'll tell you right now, you're in for a long one. If we go deep in the playoffs, this video could be close to an hour long. I do still want to keep the format of one season is one episode. So get your snacks if you don't have them already, because you're in for a treat today. So let's take a look at the regular season stats, man. There we go. Gavin McKenna, a point per game, carried the team on his back, 84 points in 82 games. Liam Pugh, his breakout year, almost 40 goals. Well, that's the most goals he's had in his career. The first time he hit 30 even. And he was almost a point per game. Suter, 61 points. Breakout year for him, I would say. 54 assists. That's huge. Tuzzolino with 60. This is a breakout season for him. And if he can keep this trajectory, he'll be winning a Norris in no time. Kerman here, we'll take a quick look. He had a very good year, 35 goals, 56 points. Kuznetsov, a bit of a down year. That's okay. Siegel back up with 50 plus points. Bush, 26 goals, 43 points in his rookie season. And Lieutenant as a third line forward having 40 points is A-okay with me. That's huge. Gaucher, I think this is maybe even his best year, as we are highlighted over the wrong player here. Yeah, 34 points is a career high for him as well. I believe he's on the fourth line. So that's pretty huge. You have Percy there with 25 points. He slowed down. Krog with 23. Swanson, Jonas, Moran, and Gallagher. And taking a look at the goalies there, we got DeMarchi, who finished the season with a 900 save percentage and 3.19 goals against. And Semenov, I mean, he ended up not being above 500, but he got the win that clinched us the playoffs, so we'll take that. For those of you new to the channel, for me and playoffs, I like to go in and slow sim the games. So we'll quickly skip the first two periods. If it's a close game, we'll slowly do the third. If it's not, we'll just skip it. So there we go, 0-0 after one. And we're up 2-0. Gavin McKenna with the first two playoff goals in Bison history. There you go, your captain Siegel getting his first playoff goal. We're up 3-0 here. We're looking to just close this out. DeMarchi is shutting the door. I mean, very impressive first playoff game. 5 minutes left. 3, 2, 1. And there you go, guys. DeMarchi in his first ever playoff game gets a shutout. And then Gavin McKenna and Siegel with 2 points each. You love to see that, guys, as we take a 1-0 series lead. All right, guys, heading here into game number 2. Let's see. Can we take a 2-0 lead first period? Still tied at 0. It's 1-1 after 2. Bush there, the rookie. And there you go. Liam Pugh, his first playoff goal. We got a power play. Not able to capitalize on it. Come on, boys. Get that insurance marker. Play good for your goalie here. There we go. Swanson. Oh, someone takes a penalty, and it doesn't matter. Bush gets his second of the game. Oh, they make it interesting. Shabanov. And it doesn't matter. Bush's second goal of the game seals it there. We're up 2-0. And Suter had 3 assists. And again, another stellar game from DeMarchi. All right, guys. Game number 3 here. Our first playoff game on home ice, first period. And Brock Faber. Second period, we're still down by 1. All right, that's not ideal to take those penalties. Come on, boys. We need our big guys here. Kuznetsov, you've been quiet. Kerman, can you get your first goal? What about Tazolino? Come on, boys. Somebody. Stupid penalty there. Hartman scores the empty netter, and we lose game 3, 2-0. Honestly, though, guys, very, very impressed with how DeMarchi's played through 3 games. He has a 966 save percentage with a 1 goals against. That is freaking amazing. But here we go, guys. Game number 4. Are they going to tie it, or are we going to take a 3-1 series lead? Kerman gets what I believe to be his first goal, and Kaprizov, I believe that's also his first goal of these playoffs. Zellweger scores to make it 2-1 Minnesota. They're out shooting us pretty bad in this one. Power play's not able to capitalize. Kaprizov scores on the power play for them. Come on, guys. We're going to need a miracle here, it looks like. Come on, power play's got to capitalize. I don't think we've scored a power play goal yet in the series. And we get 1 goal with the empty net there, but wasn't enough as we lose 3-2. And now, guys, with the series tied, we go back on the road. The road team has won every game. DeMarchi's still playing good. The boys just got to shine out for him in game number 5, first period. There we go. We get some offense going. Percy and Gallagher, welcome to the playoffs. That's your first playoff goals. But they get 2, so it's a 1-goal game. Kaprizov, man, is heating up in this series. It's tied at 3. There we go. Gavin McKenna, baby, our superstar franchise forward, gives us a lead here. Come on, gentlemen. Play lights out here for your goalie now. Power play. It's a long one. Not able to capitalize. 1 minute left. And they tie it with 30 seconds left, and we're going to overtime here. Let's see. Are we going to win it in overtime? We're going to slow sim the OTs. We're not going to jump in just to save some time. And there we go. Zane Sutter, I believe that's his first goal of the playoffs. We walk away there. Jonas had 2 assists. McKenna with 2 points. And now, guys, all we got to do is win one more game, and we're off to round number 2. And DeMarchi's stats starting to slip a little bit, but it's still probably one of the best goalies so far in the playoffs. We're heading into game number 6 here, first period. Owen Tippett scores for them. It's 1-0. 2-0 after 2. Come on, boys. Give the home ice fans something to cheer for. And as I'm saying that, they score a power play goal. It's 3-0. Come on, guys. Stranger things have happened. Kuznetsov, I'm calling you out personally, buddy. And then there you go. They scored 2 more goals there. I knew it was over. Gallagher gets one after I just skipped. But there we go. Game 7 in Minnesota. Really quickly, I just want to show you the NHL forward lines. I switched them up a little bit to maybe try to get some offense going. Suter and McKenna have both been really good. 2 elite playmakers. Hopefully they can get our sniper going. We got Kerman and Percy down here with Kuznetsov. Lieutenant Bush Gallagher on the 3rd line, and Gaucher, Krog, Jonas on the 4th line. Defensively, guys, I'm also going to swap this around. I'm going to put Siegel down with Wolf, and I'm going to put Moran up there with Tuzzolino. And it all comes down to this, guys. Are we going to be making it on to round 2? Are we cutting our playoffs short? Period number 1. Oh my God, the offense is clicking. 4-1. Moran gets his first, and McKenna, Pugh, and Kerman. Period number 2. Jonas gets on the board, and period number 3. We shut the door, and we're off to round number 2. Let's take a look at the 3 stars. McKenna, Suter. Oh no, did DeMarchi get injured? Oh no. Okay, no message about an injury. Okay, good thing though that Boris was able to close the door. Or here you go, guys. We can see here we got Dallas in round number 2. We're just going to hop right into it. We don't have time to look at all the small things here. This is already going to be a long one. Here we go. Period number 1 of round number 2. There we go. McKenna scores as well as Rantanen 30 seconds later. Period number 2. Heiskanen scores. We've got 1 period left here, guys. We haven't lost on the road yet. Come on, Kuznetsov, buddy. I'm calling your name. You've been so quiet. Patrick Laine scores for the Stars. And there's no time left. There you go. Patrick Laine gets another one. Laine gets a 3rd period hat trick there. We just skip to the end. We lose game number 1, 5-2. Not DeMarchi's best showing, I will say that. But Dallas, we already know this is a different breed than the Minnesota Wild. You can see Quinn Hughes there on their team. They have Rantanen, probably Robertson still. Like, you know this team. They still got Otter and net. But here we go, guys. We got to battle through some adversity. Game number 2, period number 1. And there we go. Gavin McKenna, power play goal finally in this playoffs, and he scores another one. 3-1. Kerman on the power play. Cody Glass there gets one for them. There we go. Gallagher makes it 4-1. Can we get one more insurance marker here on the power play? There you go, guys. We'll call it a night. 6-2 victory here in game number 2 as we tie this series up. You can see there McKenna and DeMarchi, part of the 3 stars. First game on home ice in the series. Game number 3, period number 1. Let's get cooking, fellas. We're down by 2 after 1. We get 1 and they get 1 to keep it a 2-goal deficit. Come on. There we go. Pugh scores. That's huge. Let's see here. On the power play. Come on, boys. Gotta capitalize on that. Might have to switch the power play around in between games here. As Lambert scores, McKenna answers back right away. There is still time. Can we send her to OT? Kerman scores with under a minute left there, and we got overtime on the horizon. Come on. Who's going to be the overtime hero? Bush, baby, on the power play. The power play actually starting to click a little bit. You can see there Kerman with 2 goals, and Liam Pugh had a goal and 2 assists. I am loving this team's fight right now. We're playing so good. We've got game number 4 here. Can we take a 3-1 series lead? Let's see here, boys. First period. And we got a 3-1 lead. Lieutenant, I think that's his first of the playoffs. Tuzolino on the power play and Liam Pugh. 5-2. Kuznetsov and Percy add goals as Will Cooley gets a second one. And there you go, guys. Period number 3. Bush and Krog, the depth scoring, and we win 3-7 there. So we can take a look here. The third stars. Lieutenant had a 4-point performance, and Tuzolino and Kerman both with 3. What a great game from the depth. And this is not what I was expecting at all, guys. We've got the Dallas Stars on the brink of elimination. We're back in Dallas now for game number 5. First period, 0-0. Second period, it's tied at 1. We're out shooting them like crazy. Come on, boys, you want it more. It's our franchise's first at bat here in the playoffs, and we have a chance to get to the Western Conference Finals. But Harley says, we're not going down without a fight. You can see there, we take too many penalties. They get 2 power play goals, and it isn't looking good. There's still time. Crazier things have happened. 3, 2, 1. We give them another power play, and with the empty net there, we lose game number 5, 4-1. That was not our best showing, guys, and I think this series is really highlighting the lack of, defense our team really has. You can see DeMarchi's stats in this series have taken a little bit of a nosedive, especially in terms of goals against. But it's okay, boys. We're here on home ice. You've got another crack at this, and 30 seconds in, Patrick Laine scores first shot, period number 1. And it's 3-2 for Dallas. Laine with 2, and Hughes gets that shorthanded goal. But Kuznetsov, he's finally awoken. He scored a goal. And there you go. Period number 2, we take a 4-3 lead. Kuznetsov scores again, and Wolf on the power play. And right off the bat, Hintz ties it at 4. Oh my, whoever's taking these stupid penalties, you might be getting scratched here. Come on. This is a big period, guys. There we go. Kuznetsov, the hat trick. That's huge. Lock it down defensively, boys. Give your goalie some help here. 2, 1. Bang. We punch our ticket to the Western Conference Final. I can't believe this. I didn't think we were going to make the playoffs, let alone make it to the Western Conference Finals, and here we are. And the round is complete, and here we go. We're playing Edmonton, guys, in round number 3. Connor McDavid has just as many points as Gavin McKenna. You can see it there. Again, not going to hop into any of the nitty-gritty. Let's just get right into it here. We're on the road once again. Period number 1, 0-0. Period number 2. All right. Myers scores for them. So 1-0 game. That's okay, boys. You still got lots of time left. Leon Draisaitl, he's going to score 1 for them to go up by 2. What can you do here, McKenna? You need to stand on your head in this series. DeMarchi's playing good in goal. There we go. Kuznetsov keeps his goal-scoring streak alive. Can we get one more with the empty net pulled? Allen scores with the empty net. We lose game number 1, 3-1. Just quickly, guys, I'm going to point this out. Maybe you guys already noticed this, but we have the second best power play in the playoffs, and I've been shitting on our power play quite a bit. So my apologies, fellas, to the power play unit, because I thought you guys were playing pretty bad, but apparently you're not. But here we go, game number 2. Can the power play show up in this game at least? We got to tie the series here. Period number 1. Okay, there we go. McKenna on the power play, Liam Pugh, and we're winning 2-1. 3-2 after 2. We still got that 1 goal lead. Lock it down here, fellas. Come on, DeMarchi. We're calling for you. And Connor McDavid says absolutely not. McKenna answers back right away. Bang! Kuznetsov on the power play, his 3rd game in a row with a goal. Finally, the beast has awakened in him. But not too quickly here. Isaac Howard gets 1. It's 5-4. Can we shut them down? Yes, we can. Series is tied at 1. Now look at your 3 stars there. That first line really put in work there. 5 points, or sorry, 7 points combined from McKenna and Suter. All right, guys, we're in here. Game number 3. I can't believe what's happening here, that we've even gotten to this point, but here we go. One game at a time, period number 1. We're up 2-1 once again. The depth this time, Percy and Gaucher. Period number 2. Tazzolino, our stud defenseman, he scores to make it 3-1. Power play cannot find the back of the net. Can we shut them down here? Power play for Edmonton. Big penalty kill. Big game from DeMarchi. There we go. The depth defense in Swanson there, getting the insurance marker. 3, 2, 1. That's all she wrote. And we have a 2-1 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. If my camera was on, guys, so it wasn't blocking the screen, I'm cheesing right now. I cannot believe that we are here like this right now. You can see there, Gavin McKenna has more points than Connor McDavid. This is unbelievable. But here we are, one more game on home ice. Can we show out for the fans? Can we take a 3-1 series lead? Period number 1. All right, it's another 2-1 game, but this time in favor of them. And there you go. Former Bison Tumala scoring against us. Period number 2. All right, we come back and tie the game. Jordan Dumais gives them a 3-1 lead, but the depth in Lutonen and then Liam Pugh ties it at 3. All right, come on, fellas. One good period of hockey is all you need here. Show the fans they deserve this after years and years of us being such a bad team. And there we go, our stud sniper, Liam Pugh. And there we go, Bush as well, the maybe insurance marker, 3 minutes left. We've got a power play. They're not able to score with the empty net pulled, but doesn't matter. We've got the 5-3 win. And Liam Pugh, Kuznetsov with 2 assists, and Sutter as well. And we are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Final in our first game. Somebody better come over here and pinch me, or in our first playoffs. I'm so just dumbfounded at what's happening. I can't even speak right. But yeah, somebody come pinch me, because in our first at bat here in the playoffs, we are 1 win away from facing the Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup Final. You can see they swept Philly, who won the cup last year. All right, guys, we're back in Edmonton. It's just a normal game, fellas. There's no pressure. Power play to start it early, but here we go. Period number 1. We have a 1-goal lead from Bush. Period number 2. They take a 2-1 lead. This is a good team. We don't expect them to go down quietly. And there you go. Allen there getting a little insurance marker, but Pugh says not so fast. It's still a game. And Gaucher, he's been here the longest. There was Siegel. Man. Come on, fellas. Let's see here. Can we go to overtime? All right. Overtime. We're 2-0 so far in overtimes, and I shouldn't have said that because now we're going to lose. But here we go, guys. Overtime started. Who's going to be the hero? Are they going to... No, they do not force a game 6. Jonas, the 4th liner, scores the overtime winner, and we're going to the Stanley Cup Finals. I can't, guys. I can't find the words. McDavid had 3 points. Meyer had 2 points, and it wasn't enough. What is happening? Please, did anybody else expect this? Because I did not. I've been recording for about an hour and a half now, if you include when I messed up the recording earlier. And we're taking a look here at the playoff tree. We're going to play Montreal. They beat Ottawa, they beat Buffalo, and they beat Philadelphia. And then you take a look here, and we beat Minnesota, and then we beat Dallas, and then we beat Edmonton. This is incredible. I mean, this is what dreams are made of right here. So you can see it here, guys. Wait. I said Philly won the last cup. I might have been wrong on that. But anyways, As you can see here, guys, the cup is coming back to Canada regardless. I don't think it has yet. Maybe it did. Anyways, I'm so flustered. I'll leave this in. I'm just so excited, guys. We've got the Stanley Cup final versus such an historic franchise in Montreal. Will they be adding to their league leading cup count, or will the newest franchise in the NHL be getting their first game number one, period number one? Okay, they come out swinging. They've been around the playoffs. I'm sure we've seen they've been a 50-win team, and they let us know that the miracle run, it's got to come through a God squad here. Period number two, it stays 3-1. We're not getting a lot of shots. They make it 4-1. We'll just get this one over with nice and quick, and we'll move on to game number two. All right, guys, here we go. Game number two. We've got to be a lot better than we've been. All right, guys, let's have a good game. There you go. Period number one. Caulfield scores, but Tuzzolino ties it. Period number two. We had a 2-1 lead. The shots are even. That fourth line coming in clutch. All right, let's just play some lockdown defense. Get an insurance marker here. And let's leave Montreal tied at 1. Big penalty kill. You love to see it. Oh, we're taking too many stupid penalties. 4 minutes left. 3, 2, 1. The power play with 30 seconds left does not matter. Let's see who's taking these stupid penalties. All right, so we can see here for the penalties. Wow, Wolf, Curtis, Kerman, and Kerman actually took 2 there. We got to start playing with a little bit more discipline. Montembold and Marchi, a goaltender battle for the ages, but Tuzzolino had 2 points as we tie the series at 1. And so far, guys, we've actually never had a 0-2 start to a series. We haven't had home ice advantage once. We've been the road team, and somehow we've always come away with that 1-1 split. But here we go. Game number 3. We're tied at 1. You're showing Saskatoon fans, this is what you get for having faith in our team. You get a Stanley Cup final. You went through 8 years of hell, put on a show for them, and Nick Suzuki scores the first goal. It's 1-0 after the first period. Period number 2. Percy, the Death, they tie it, baby. It's a close game once again. Slavkovsky comes out of the gate swinging. Do we have another goal in us? We take a stupid penalty. Come on, we need McKenna. We need Kuznetsov. We need Pugh. Somebody step up here. Show your goalie some freaking love. There we go. Kerman. 2 minutes left in the game. We've got overtime. Not going to say anything else, guys. Let's just see who's going to have the game winner on their sticks. All right, this is the deepest we've gone into overtime so far. And I didn't want to say anything. McLean scores for them in overtime. They take a 2-1 lead going into game number 4. And guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to edit the lines a little bit. We haven't found much offense in this game. We haven't found much offense in the series, rather. So we're going to go ahead and switch things up. I think we're going to go ahead and leave it like this. The pluses do not really matter the pluses don't really matter when we're just slow simming the game. So we're going to do something like this. Defensively, I like where we're at. We're going to leave that. DeMarchi still an 83, still our rock between the pipes. I mean, we got to show the fans something. Just have one good game on home ice, and let's come away with a 2-2 series lead. Period number 1. Tied after 1. Period number 2. And period number 3. So I should not have messed with the lines. This Montreal team, we're going to take a look here. We're going to view the lines. This video is already long. What's another 2 minutes here? But you got the Montreal Canadiens. And yeah, this is God Squad personified. Like, wow. Because Wallman's even probably higher than 80 overall, right? We can't really see. And then goalies, I mean, all you need is Montembeau to be half decent. So yeah, they've got a stellar team, guys. Obviously, not as we're not as deep as them. We're just gonna go ahead and edit the lines one more time here. See if we can find some offense. I am calling on the leaders of this team to give the fans something to cheer about. You know, we might not win the cup now. That's okay. Give the fans something to cheer for. They're going to be watching game number 5 from home ice. You know, we're loading up the building. They're all watching from inside. We've got tailgates happening outside. This is a monumental moment in our franchise's history. Have one good game here. Give the fans a win. Do not go out in the series so easily. You guys have played so good all year. Just give the fans one more game. Period number 1. 2-0 after 1. Period number 2. Okay, Wolfie ties it. We're in the game, and just like that, Demidov with less than a minute into the period. Kerman answers back right away. We have a chance. Stupid penalties. We have a power play. Tazzolino, baby, ties the game. Another power play. 5-on-3. Oh my goodness, we do not capitalize on the long 5-on-4. 2 minutes left. 1 minute. We've got overtime. Guys, I don't care how long this video is. We're going into this game. We're going to watch it from the broadcast angle. I'm just going to be the coach here, and I'll see you guys once we load into the game. All right, here we are. Loaded into the game. Let's see what we can do here. Kerman wins the draw, and immediately it's a line change. Not sure why, but the turnover, Demidov, and they score because the lines just changed right off the bat, and the Montreal Canadiens are the Stanley Cup champions. I don't know, maybe I was pressing something I shouldn't have pressed, but there we go, guys. All that loading into the game just to get smoked. I mean, it was a good series. I will say, like, we went to overtime twice. We don't need to watch them lift the cup, but you know, the series went to overtime twice. This is only our first round at the playoffs. I wanted to use this season to build a winning culture, and I would say we accomplished that. If you make the Stanley Cup Finals, you're a good team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And here we go. McKenna, Tazzolino, Kerman, Suter, Kuznetsov all led the way. Some guys could have had a few more points in that series, but you know what? It's okay. We're a young team for the most part, maybe the youngest team in the league. We're going to just sim up to the draft here. You can see Iowa won the Calder Cup. We're stopped here on the 20th. We're going to go take a look at the draft class. Obviously, we're not getting a good pick here. You can see we do know pretty much the entire top 10. But we'll come take a look down here and see. Unfortunately, the scouts did not do a good job this year. We have this stud prospect here, Reed Cadwell. The rest of the guys, we don't really know. What I will say is most likely they are top 6 forwards or top 4 defensemen, or they're either top 9 forwards. So I think that we just draft one of these offensive defensemen. They're not going to be NHL ready for a while, which is fine. We need to start stacking the prospect cupboard so that when the guys that we have now are leaving, we've got people to replace them, right? Because if we don't do this the right way in terms of stacking the cupboard with prospects, we're gonna have a very short window. So I'm gonna pin any confirmed talent here or some gems. You guys, we can take a look at some of this. We're just gonna have to draft kind of the best player at every pick that we have. So like this guy's a gem, we're gonna have to take him, right? Like without getting that top pick this year, we don't really know a whole lot about what we're guaranteed to get, right? But I think we've got enough guys pinned. Um, I will hold on. We'll just take a little bit of a deeper look here. So with our first pick, we'll take a little bit of a deeper look here so that there's some discussion that we can have in between videos. You can see here we could take a risk on a forward. We absolutely could. We're going to be picking probably from Stewart around to Cadwell and Plekanov. Again, I just pinned those guys because we know what they're going to be. Cunning is probably a top six forward. Coyle is probably a top six forward. Like there is other things here we could take. Give me your guys' thoughts. I don't want to go too in depth into this. This is already one hell of an episode, but I want us to have some discussion. What do you guys think? You think maybe we go with Cadwell? He's 17. He's not going to be NHL ready right away, right? He's 3 years out. It gives us a prospect for the AHL. We don't have to sign him. We have Eugene Cunning, who's got a 1-year ETA. Hold on, I actually really like this Cunning kid. He goes back to Lethbridge, so he doesn't even take up a roster spot. We don't have to sign him. He goes to Lethbridge. He plays 1 more year there, and then we call him up. We've got Plekanov. Ekholm equivalent is an offensive defenseman who is 3 years out. And then I don't really see too much here. You've got Coyle is 3 years out. We'll take a look up here, see what we know about any of these guys. 3 years ETA, 4 years ETA from this forward. Got a Zach Parise Styles, probably a playmaker. You got 3 years ETA from this Brindamore style, probably a power forward if I had to guess. We've got a DFD here. He is probably top 4. He's got that Chris Chelios style. So yeah, let me know what you guys think from the players we looked at, who we should draft. I really like that Cunning kid. I think Eugene Cunning, the kid playing in Lethbridge, he seems to be like the best prospect to me. And just quickly, we'll check to see if we got any growth. We're going to have to sign Kerman in next episode. Wolf up to an 83. Jonas up to an 81. Bush up to an 80. Moran's an 80. He needs to be re-signed. Percy's a 79. Swanson's still a 79. We're hard stuck here with Lieutenant being a 78. Curtis only up to a 77. Andros now too, still a 77. He'll probably get some growth in the offseason. And again, next year, I think it doesn't matter to me just because Curtis is a top 4D and he's a low elite. Andros has to get the call up, but maybe he plays over Swanson and maybe Swanson goes down to the minors. We will bring Bits back. He isn't likely to grow anymore. And Gaucher, we're bringing this guy back right now. He's been a workhorse for us. He accepts the offer. And lastly, here we'll take a look at the goalies. They're all expiring. See, DeMarchi needs a contract. What? Oh, Lord. He wants a lot of money. We can't even afford to let him go either. We got to bring him back. If we look at the main, or if we look in the system, Morrow and Reynolds are not ready yet. Morrow might never get ready. He's already 22. So there's some stuff to talk about, guys. What do you think we should do for a contract for DeMarchi? Who do you think we should draft? What a fantastic episode. I don't even expect us to make the playoffs again next season, as crazy as that is. So I'm just so happy that we got to get this far, right? That we got to the Stanley Cup Finals. That after I said it again, I said it before, I'll say it again. 8 years of hell the fans went through, and we rewarded them for that. So I'm very, very happy that we were able to bring home, something for the guys, for the fans. The Clarence S. Campbell, that's not anything to wag your finger at, right? But that's going to do it for me here, guys. I could ramble on and on and on all day. Again, let me know what you think about draft class. Let me know what you think about DeMarchi's contract. We can take a look here, even if you want to weigh in on Kerman, because he's up to high elite now. He wants $17 million. Um, you know, I wasn't really expecting this. I will tell you guys one thing I'm going to start doing is signing guys to extensions before the end of the season, because we're going to get screwed over by cap space. And if we had maybe signed Kerman last offseason to an extension, he might have wanted less. Same thing with DeMarchi. So we'll start doing that. Again, let me know your thoughts on all this down below. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. What an awesome video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and YouTube will see you in the next one.